final match day of the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifiers is here, and 3 African countries will join Nigeria and Egypt to Russia next year. All eyes will be on the contest between the Atlas Lions of Morocco and Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. Who will join Nigeria and Egypt? Plus, Frank de Boer, Craig Shakespeare, Roland Koeman, and now Slaven Bilic have all been sacked from their various clubs in the EPL. Who's next? Welcome to Bounce Sports. I am Israel Ojoko.
My name is Taribo West, an ex-player of Super Eagles Nigeria. There are so many areas where you can reach out for news, but there is a news that is very special. Download Bounce News app.
Welcome back. As usual, my co-anchor is here, Babatunde Eludeni. Babatunde, how you doing?
Very fine. Thank you for having me on.
And of course, our guest today is the president of the Nigeria Pitch Awards, Shino Phillips. Shino, you are welcome to the show.
A pleasure.
Okay, straight to the topic of the day today. The World Cup qualifiers resume, and in Group A, Tunisia will be slaughtering it out against Libya. 13 points Tunisia has, and DR Congo also has 10 points. So Tunisia will need to win that game or draw against Libya.
I think the ticket is for Tunisia to lose. Of course, like you already put it, they just need one more point to be assured of being in Russia. After narrowly missing out on the 2014 edition, I'm sure they will not want to make this mistake of not going to the World Cup for 2 successive editions. So for me, it's more like a done deal for those guys. For the guys that bet, I think a win or a draw is a good stake for you.
All eyes will be on Group C, Morocco versus Ivory Coast. Morocco 9 points, Ivory Coast 8 points, and these two teams will be meeting each other.
Well, both countries, both sides have very good track record, except that of recent, I mean, you definitely will give it to Cote d'Ivoire. Being that this is going to be a match that is at the home front for the Moroccan team, where they want to. It's a do or die thing. However, it goes beyond determination, tactics, and a whole lot comes to fore. And so I am sure that the Cote d'Ivoire side, I mean, with their good track record, will definitely want to do justice and win the game.
Group D, South Africa against Senegal. Remember, the first leg game was cancelled, and it will be replayed on November 10 before the second leg on the 14th. 2-legged game between those two sides, home and away. What would you expect from that game?
Oh, well, of course, like you say, fireworks. But South Africa, for me, should just forget about.
They have 4 points.
They have 4
Anything
points.
can happen.
No, I know anything can happen, but when you look at the Senegal team as presently constituted, the likes of Mane, powering the team on all. If Mane wasn't back, maybe I would say they have though it's not a one-man squad, but all the same, the Teranga Lions, knowing them for what they are, we all see what they did in France '98. We saw what they did thereafter. They are not a pushover when it comes to African football. South Africa is just they are struggling.
They beat Super Eagles 2-1 right here.
Well, that I must say.
It brings bad memories for me.
No, it does bring back bad memories, but I'm a sport person, and so I look at it, I take it in good faith. However, when you look at the Senegalese side, looking at the team in retrospect, once they set out to play, they do very well, and they've proven that, they've shown that even in the previous World Cups. And with this, I know that South Africa is a walkover. Sentiment aside, in as much as I want South Africa to be trashed.
Why do you want South Africa to be trashed? You are very personal against them.
Well, you see, the first time that South Africa won the African Nations Cup was because Nigeria was not on ground to play with. And that's why they had it. And it's always very surprising to me that any time that South Africa sees Nigeria, they think that they can be better than us. And but they never will. We did the loss here Definitely,
The last time
yes.
they are better than Nigeria. The last time on the
they
pitch.
played a team that was not a similar.
Well, you're as good as your last game.
Well, but I can assure you that with the present Super Eagles we have, when we get to South Africa, they're in for it.
Today, out of these three matches, which one do you think will really caught the eyes of Africa?
Of course, no doubt it's going to be the Morocco Cote d'Ivoire
yes.
game. It's a winner takes all game.
Yeah.
And if you look at the personnel, the two teams boast of, you know, it's going to be African football at its best. The likes of Saha that just changed, change? Well, return back to his roots to play for the Ivorians. He's already been talking tough after returning for Crystal Palace after some injury setbacks. And of course, we know that the Elephants are really in for this. They've been there in 2006, 2010, and 2014. They want to keep it going. And of course, Morocco is hoping to come back after 20 years. So you can be sure that this is going to be a very tough one.
Okay, we sit back in our homes and we enjoy African football at its best this FIFA window. We'll be back after this timeout. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. So today, straight to the Super Eagles. 2 matches ahead of the Nigerian team in November against Algeria. Dead rubber, you will see, right?
Buried rubber.
Buried rubber. So how should they approach that game?
Oh, well, they have to approach it with every seriousness. I like one thing Noah said before now, that he wants the team to end the qualifiers without a defeat. That will surely be good for their psyche going into the World Cup. We have a couple of new players that would get a run in against Algeria. It is time for them to grab their chance. Of course, I expect the likes of Anthony Wakeme to get the debut. Olaino to have a full game, and quite a number of other players that have been on the fringes because of injury concerns. They would have a chance against Algeria. They have to grab it and show that they deserve to be on the plane to Russia. So I expect a very tough game, and a draw would be a good one for Nigeria for me.
After that game, there will be a friendly 4 days later in Krasnodar, Russia against Argentina. What are you expecting from the game against Argentina?
I think that the game against in Algeria should be preparatory to the friendlies against Argentina. I think that right now we should have a very strong team, a World Cup team, and then if we're going to Algeria, we're going with a team that can actually deliver for us at the World Cup. So from there, we should have a team strong enough for the friendlies against Argentina and possibly win Argentina.
Are you saying Roy is still testing players? It's not sure of the team to Russia in less than 9 months to the World Cup?
Well, the World Cup is a different ball game, and regardless of our performance so far, all that we have achieved, I think we still need to build the team. We need to pad it seriously, and we have enough players. But then you need to have a team that we come to understand themselves and be able to. Who says we can win the World Cup?
Well, I say I don't know. Today, what's your impression about the Super Eagles team we have right now? The team, we're talking about the team.
For me, it's still a work in progress. Let's say we have like 65% of the team.
Cristiano Ronaldo is not work in progress. Lionel Messi is not work in progress. They are
Because
already
they have a
ready.
team.
They are
Yes,
made.
because they
So
have
do
a
we
team.
have instead we can win the World Cup? Can we?
Well, I think that would be for me.
Huge dream.
It's not possible.
It's not-
Simple. It's not possible for you. Okay, go on.
Nothing is impossible if you put your mind to it. But I think for 2018,
18.
I think it will be too early. By the time we get to, once we do better than we did in previous editions, going forward, I think we can now.
Okay, you are suggesting that if we need to win the World Cup, we should prepare way ahead of time.
Sure.
And so, right now, what are our chances? It's still possible, if you can assemble the right legs together and they can blend. For me, I think that, when you have the right people, you know the right people, the right players, and you can get them together, it's possible for you to get to any height in football.
Okay, I wish the Super Eagles well. Going to the World Cup. Bounce News will be back after this timeout. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's still Bounce Sports. Shino,
Yes.
EPL club owners are not smiling at all. Slaven Bilic is the latest casualty to be sacked in the English Premier League.
Yes.
Is this good for football?
Well, you can say that again. It's no surprise to me that the likes of Frank de Boer, Craig Shakespeare, Roland Koeman, and the recent one, Slaven Bilic, that they are edged out. It's the language of football. There's a whole lot to football beyond the sentiments, the applause, and all that. This is huge business that requires, huge performance. The watchword is deliver, and as the manager, once you're unable to do that, the president, the board, the fans, they become very edgy, and you can be rest assured that the best thing to do is to look for a man who can deliver. You seek to watch a game. In the long run, basically what you want to see at the end of the game is goals. And if you're not getting the goal, so why are you there?
Today, some clubs are shaking their body on the background, and people are, looking at them. Who will be the next manager to go?
I think the manager that comes straight to mind is Tony Pulis. Tony Pulis, before now, has been the toast of West Brom fans with what he was able to do with the team, with the little resources he had last season. But when you look at a run of 6 games, he has had 2 draws and 4 losses. And now they're already flirting with relegation. And like you said, the club owners are not smiling. And by the time the international break is over and things fail to pick up as expected, then I won't be surprised if Tony Pulis is given the chop.
And Conte will just be having fun there, right? Emmanuel has left.
For Conte, I don't see Chelsea doing anything drastic in the middle of the season. Whatever will happen, Conte would see this season through. It's not that easy for the big clubs because if you look at the kind of contracts Conte will have, I'm sure Abramovich will have to pay through his nose to just cut it off. Exactly that. By the time we calculate their risk, I don't think Conte is that bad that would warrant them sacking him,
just push him out,
unless he decides to leave. And if he leaves, then that's another kettle of fish. But I don't see Conte getting the sack in the middle of the season.
Off to China we go. Asisat Oshoala just won the Super Cup with her club, and other Nigerian players are there in China. How do you see the influx of Nigerian players to China?
Well, it's no surprise to me. I mean, this had happened before with Qatar, with Dubai. Usually, government of some countries like the Chinese, embark on a long-time program. First, we really applaud the performance of our own Oshola, and then the victory for them. However, we need to understand the reasons behind what the Chinese are doing, spending this much money to bring in the best from every part, from all part of the world. They have this long-time program geared towards 2030, where China can become or will become a superpower in football. And they are not just investing; they are clever with whatever they set out to do, and that's what they want to actually bring to fore. After they suffered a huge defeat in one of the Asian countries, I think was it Thailand, defeated them home front, and from then the government decided no, something new needs to happen, and then the government co-opted all the business mogul, all the big companies, co-opted and brought them in, set up a committee headed by the vice president, to see to it that in 2030 the Chinese or China will become a superpower in football, possibly also win the World Cup. And at that also, the program is equally geared towards physical fitness for all, urban Chinese. And then they are also ensuring that there are enough facilities to see to it that this program, actually comes to force. So spending so much money, bringing the best from different countries, including even the best presenters, the best commentators, are all bought over by the Chinese government. So it's a big one for them. And for our players going there, well, you say because of the money, but I'm sure that when we begin to have the very best, you will not be looking towards China.
Tunde, I would have loved to come to you, but maybe I should round up with Phillips. What is happening with Nigeria Pitch Awards? What are we looking at?
Well, we are moving towards the 5th edition. And fortunately, the award has maintained one character, integrity and transparency. And I thank the media because across the country we have editors and your likes voting, and it has been, truly a Nigerian thing with the right character. It remains a quintessence of itself, and we're voting starts end of this month, and the next edition of the award comes up in March 2018. Hopefully, it will be a big one.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. That will be the show today. Thank you, Phillips, for coming.
Thank you.
We hope to see you again soon.
Yes.
And my co-anchor,
Thank you very
Batunde
much.
Ludune, thank you very much. My name is Israel Ojoko. See you next time.